standings of some sports leagues. We have the Premier League, the Championship, the Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, and finally Ligue 1. Ligue 1. I believe that's Ligue 1. Ligue 1. If I want to sound extra American. So as you can see, we have the results here. We do not have the teams listed. So I'm actually going to adjust my camera down here a little bit for this first one, number 20. We'll start with the Premier League. Currently, the team at the bottom of the Premier League, they have played 18 games. They have won 2 games. They have drawn 3 games, and they have lost 13 games. Sitting with a goal differential of minus 31, they only have 9 points. In their last 6 games, they have 4 losses, 1 win, and 1 draw. Currently sitting right here, which is the relegation zone. Below that is Sheffield United. Sheffield United. Yes, the Blades. Just barely above them in 19th place, also below the relegation line. They've played 18 matches, they've won 3, drawn 2, lost 13. Goal differential of negative 18, they've 11 points. In their last 6 games, they've lost 3, won 2, drawn 1. And that club is Burnley. Now let me adjust my camera up a bit more. There we go. Maybe not yet. I'll bring it back down. Next in 18th place, their final team below the relegation line. They've played 17 matches, 3 wins, 3 draws, 11 defeats, a minus 14 goal differential, 12 points. In their last 6 games, they've lost 4 and drawn 2. That is the Cinderella story. One of the big stories coming into this season. Luton Town. Just above the relegation line, just barely. They've played 18 matches, won 3, drawn 5, lost 10. They've a minus 14 goal differential and 14 points. But some bad form here in their last 6 matches. They've lost 5, drawn 1. I think they could potentially be swapping places here with Luton Town shortly. That is Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest now. I'll adjust this a little bit more. There we go. Now 16th place. This is an interesting story in this season. They've played 18 matches, won 8, drawn 2, lost 8. A goal differential of just 1 with 16 points. But in their last 6 matches, they've won 4, lost 2. That is Everton. Although I'm going to put an asterisk here because they have that points deduction as well. And I'm not sure if this is including the points deduction or if that will be tacked on later. I'm not certain. In 15th place, they've played 18 matches, won 4 of them, drawn 6, lost 8, although a goal differential of minus 8. last 6 matches, they've lost 3 and drawn 3. That would be Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace. A team I've always had a bit of a soft spot for, admittedly. Next up, we have one of my good friends' favorite teams. They've played 17 matches, they've won 5, lost 4, drawn 8. Excuse me, I keep getting that mixed up. 1-5, drawn 4, lost 8. They have a goal differential of -8. They're on 19 points in their last 6 games. They've won 2, lost 3, drawn 1. And that is Wolves. The Wolverhampton Wanderers. Like I said, one of my good friends' favorite teams. In 13th place, we have a team that's played 17 matches, won 5 of them, drawn 4 and lost 8. A goal differential of exactly 0. They're also on 19 points. But look at this run of form, not very good. Not very good. They've lost 5 games and won only 1 in the last 6. And that is the Brentford Bees. The Bees. Right there. 12th place. With 18 matches played, they have 6 wins, 3 draws, 9 losses, a goal differential of -5. They have 21 points. They are 500 to their last 6 games, won 3, lost 3. And that is Fulham. I believe the oldest team in London. 11th place, they have played 17 matches, won 6 of them, drawn 4, lost 7. They have a goal differential of -8. They have 22 points, but a very good run of form recently with 5 victories and a draw, no losses in their last 6. That's very good. And that club is Bournemouth. Bournemouth. Finally, now we get into the top 10. So I'll move this over a little bit more centered. There we go. I'm sorry about that. Moving into the top 10. This team has played 17 matches. They've won 6 of them, drawn 4, lost 7. They have a goal differential of 2. They have 22 points, but their run of form not as good as Bournemouth. Bournemouth might leap them soon and take this team down to 11th place because in their last 6 matches they've drawn 1, won 2, lost 3. In 10th place, we have Chelsea. Okay. Come now to number 9. They have played 18 matches. They've won 7 of them. They have drawn 6 and lost 5. They have a goal differential of 3. They have 27 points, so 5 points clear of the 2 teams below them. In their last 6 games, they've won 2, drawn 2, and lost 2. A team that I've always had a soft spot for in the Premier League. And that is Brighton and Hove Albion. I might do like a... There we go. I don't have a favorite Premier League team, although I've said on multiple occasions it would probably be either like Brighton, Aston Villa, or Leeds, when Leeds is in it. But I really do not have a rooting interest in the Premier League. 8th spot. One of the big stories of this season, their run of form, or lack thereof. They've played 18 matches, won 9, drawn 1, lost 8. I think the lack of draws is your concern there. A team that is now out of Europe, probably completely. They have a goal differential of -5. this season. In their last 6 games, they've won 2, lost 2, and drawn 2. And that team in 8th place is Manchester United. Excuse my handwriting. I had to write at a very weird angle because of the camera and light and microphone here. 7th place, we have a team that I thought would probably be doing a little bit better than they've done, but they've played 18 matches, won half of them. Drawn 2, lost 7. They have a goal differential of 14. A point clear of Manchester United with 29. In their last 6 games, they've won 3 and lost 3. And that is Newcastle United. Is it Newcastle United or just Newcastle? Yeah, it's Newcastle United. That's right. 6th place. A team that, they looked pretty good this season, I think. They've also won half their games at the 18 played. They've drawn 3, lost 6. A goal differential of only 1. They have 30 points. 3 wins. 1 loss, 1 draw in their last 6 games. So pretty good run of form there for them. That is West Ham. West Ham there in 6th place. Now finally we have our Europa League spot. And a team that honestly it's kind of a shock that they are where they are. With 17 matches played, they've won 3, won 10, drawn 4, lost 3. They have a goal differential of 20, they have 34 points. But this is the shocking bit for me. Their last 6 games, they've drawn 4 of them, so that's all 4 of those draws in their last 6. Lost 1, won 1. And that's Manchester City, currently in the Europa League spot. Now they have played 1 fewer game, but let's say they win this one, their 18th game, they can only go up to 4th. I don't think anybody expected Man City to be down in 5th at this point in the year. I'm sure they'll be top 4 at the end of the season, but I don't know, their title is not as ironclad this season as others. Now we come into our Champions League spots, these top 4 here, taking up our first Champions League spot. A team that's played 18 matches, they've won 11, drawn 3, lost 4. They're in their best season in a while. They have a goal differential of 13, and they have 36 points. That is Tottenham Hotspur. Another friend of mine's a Hotspur fan. Of my 2 friends that watch the Premier League, one's a Wolves fan, one's a Tottenham fan. 3rd spot, they've played 18. They've won 12, drawn 3, lost 3. They have a goal differential of 16, and they have 39 points. Pretty good run of form here, though, winning 4 of their last 6, the other 2 being draws. That is Aston Villa. Like I said, a team that I do have a soft spot for in the Premier League. Now we come to our runners-up currently in the league. They've played 18 matches, they've won 11 of them, drawn 6 and lost only 1, which is very impressive. They have a goal differential of 21, they have 39 points, just like Aston Villa do. And in their last 6 games, they've won 4. They've won 3, drawn 3. So Villa has 1 more win in the last 6, so they're hot on their heels. here in second place we have Liverpool. And finally our leaders. Currently the Premier League, not a team I expected to see in this spot if I'm being honest. With 18 matches played, they've won 12. Drawn 4, lost 2. Have a goal differential of 20. They have 40 points. In their last 6, they've won 4, lost 1, drawn 1. And that is Arsenal. So that is the Premier League table. I'm quickly going to pause here and go get a drink of water. Sorry about that, my throat was just pretty dry there. Okay, so we're gonna be moving on now to the championship. And I'll probably spend a little bit less time on this one. I'm not gonna cover like the goal differential and stuff because there are so many teams in this league that it would take me probably an extra 30 minutes to cover this league. So I'm just going to kind of quickly cover here in the bottom spot in the relegation zone. With a terrible run of form here, 4 of 6 losses, 2 draws. We have Rotherham, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. They have only 13 points. Honestly, the championship is kind of cooler than the Premier League to me. It feels a little bit more competitive, I'm not gonna lie. 23rd spot. Like your bottom team here in the championship has more points than your bottom team in the Premier League. Like these teams are, it feels like they're closer together, I don't know. Your 23rd spot, I mean, it actually is really disappointing seeing these two teams here in 23 and 22, but at 23rd we have Sheffield Wednesday. I don't know why, but I've always just kind of liked this team. Same with the 22nd spot. There's another team I've always kind of liked, even though I know they've had some turmoil over the years, and that's Queen's Park Rangers. I have a friend who's like not super big into football, but anytime he plays FIFA, he always selects QPR to play, so he kind of is like low-key adopted them, but I'm hoping Queen's Park Rangers can escape relegation here. You can see they have a pretty good run of form here, and they're only 2 points shy, so I think they can probably do it. But in that 21st spot, you have Huddersfield. 20th spot. Look at that run of form, last 6, 4 losses, 2 draws. One of the more hated teams in England, as far as I understand. We have Millwall on 23 points, a point above them, also with 4 losses and 2 draws in the last 6. In 19th place, we have Stoke City. So it seems that this season players have been getting it done at a rainy day away at Stoke, unfortunately for them. The 18th spot with 27 points, we have Birmingham. And just 1 spot above them with the same amount of points, a team whose name I've always liked. I just like the sound of their name. It sounds very fancy. I don't know what it means exactly, but it just sounds fancy. We have Plymouth Argyle in 17th. Same amount of points, 1 point ahead of those two clubs. In 16th place, we have Swansea. A spot above them by 2 points with 30. Club in 15th. Coventry. Coventry. Sorry, I keep adjusting the camera. It's very tricky to get everything into the shot. 14th place. 1 point above Coventry, a team who I've always loved their badge. I've always thought they have the coolest badge. But unfortunately, their run of form here ain't not as bad as it could be, I guess. I'm actually not sure. Is this correct? It is correct. Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. Well, no, it looks. The one I'm looking at here is slightly different results showing, but I'm just gonna accept that this one's correct. This is the. Oh, forgot a B. Blackburn Rovers. 13th spot with 32 points, but a really bad run of form here over the last 6, so they might be slipping down to 14th place. And that is Preston, they're 13th at 12th. With 32 points as well, but a much better run of form recently and a much better goal differential. At 12th place we have Bristol City. Hopefully that's slightly better. 11th place, 33 points. But look at this is concerning. 4 losses, 2 wins. Only 1 point above Bristol. They might fall down here. We have Middlesbrough. 10th place with 33 points, but a better run of form recently. Our first top 10 spot here we have Cardiff City. Then 9th place we have the subject of a fairly popular Netflix documentary series, and that is Sunderland. Now the team in this spot's kinda concerning, because it's a team that I kinda usually see as a yo-yo club, and I was expecting them to probably go up to the Premier League, because I think they only got relegated just last season, but they're not even in a playoff spot right now, and honestly I don't know. I could see them getting into a playoff spot, I suppose, but this is kinda concerning to see down here at 8th. We have Norwich City, and actually, after doing my genealogy in that video a week or so back, this would have been the local club for my ancestors, or if I would have stayed there, if my family never left the region. They basically all lived in Norwich, so come on boys, get back up at least into the playoffs. But tied on points with Norwich. In 7th place we have Watford. Just ahead of them, a team that's kind of been surprisingly good this season, although their last few games leave a little bit to be desired. But we have the Hull City Tigers here in 6th in our first playoff spot. It'd be really cool to see Hull City get promoted potentially. 5th place we have West. From fourth place, we have Southampton. And then our final playoff spot. Again, one of the teams I said I do like, even though I'm not technically a fan of them. Trying to write here using only my camera viewfinder. Leeds United with 45 points. And there's a pretty big gap here, as you can see, between our last playoff spot and then our automatic promotion spot. 7 points here and 13 points here. So in that second place, that first automatic promotion spot, we have Ipswich down. And then with 58 points, a team that has won 5 of their last 6. Honestly, very impressive. And a team that I think everyone has a bit of a soft spot for. And that is Leicester City, who will probably, I can't see them at this rate, falling out of a promotion spot. Okay. Now we move to my favorite league. The one that I watched the most. The Bundesliga. Now I might just... There we go, if I don't do the camera here. There's not as many teams in this league. So we don't have to worry about that. Here we have in our bottom spot 18th place, sitting with 10 points. In fact, these bottom teams all have 10 points, but they have a negative 21 goal differential. They've lost 10 games, 1, 2, drawn 4. And then bottom spot we have Darmstadt, just above them with the exact same record, but with 3 more goals in their favor. We have one of the best badges in all of football, FC Cologne, or Köln. Now we have our first team that is in the relegation playoffs spot. They also only have 10 points, but this team only has 1 victory, although they have 7 draws and fewer losses and a better goal differential, so they have that going for them. But we have Mainz, and then a team that I am shocked to see this low, especially with those 3 losses there in their last 6, is a team that I expected to be a lot better this season, but they have 10 defeats. They looked really good last year. I don't know what happened to them this year. We have Union. Nope. Berlin. I spelled that so wrong. Berlin. My apologies, Union Berlin. But yeah, that is a team that I thought would be better than they were last year, but they've taken a bit of a step back. In 14th place with 16 points, but a minus 15 goal differential. 3 victories, 7 ties, 6 defeats. We have VFL Bochum. In another team that it's kind of weird to see at this low of a spot on the table. To be honest, the season's a little bit weird. I'm not gonna lie to you, in the Bundesliga, things are a little bit out of sorts. 4 wins, 4 ties, 8 defeats. Negative just 7 goal differential, 16 points in 13th place. We have Werder Bremen. I had to remember if it was 1M or 2 N's. M's rather, and another weird one because this team is me personally being a Bayern Munich fan, this team right here always gives us trouble, but they've really struggled this year in their last 6. They have 3 defeats, 2 wins, and a draw. They're at a negative 15 goal differential, only negative 4 goal differential, 17 points. They've lost, 3, 2 wins, like I said. They've lost 7 games. A team that, seeing them down here 12th, feels weird. And, Mönchengladbach, Borussia Mönchengladbach. Really weird to see Mönchengladbach down there at 12th. But at 11th place, 1 more point than them at 18, but they had 3 more goals against. We have Augsburg in 11th. And then at 10th we have yet another Berg. Here we have Wolfsburg in 10th place, 6-1 and 9. Those 9 defeats are really there, but they, 1 more point. Look at their last 6, 4 losses, 2 wins. I could see Augsburg jumping them expeditiously. Here, 9th place, 16 matches, 6 wins, 2 draws, 8 losses. 20 points, but 3 wins, 2 losses, and a draw in their last 6. We have Heidenheim. Just above them with 4 more points. We have SC Freiburg. And in 7th place, also at 24 points. Our first positive goal differential in the league comes in 7th place. It's not great, I'm not gonna lie to you. We have Hoffenheim there at 7th. Then also with 24 points in 6th place in the Europa League qualifier spot. We have Eintracht Frankfurt. This is where things start to get a little bit weird because this 5th spot in the Europa League spot, only 1 win in their last 6 games, and a goal differential of only 5. And compare that to everything you see above them, and who do you think this is gonna be, right? Do you think, oh, maybe that's Stuttgart, maybe that's, no, in 5th place. We have Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund is all the way down at 5th. This is a team that, season after season, is the only force pushing and challenging Bayern Munich. And look at the gap. There's 6 points between them and 4th place. But they played the same amount of games. Look at their goal differential. Borussia Dortmund is in a very bad spot right now. They're really going to have to work to get themselves out out of this spot. This season's probably too late. Fourth place, we have RB Leipzig, 33 points, 21 goal differential. In third place, 34 points, but a worse goal differential, only one draw though, 11 wins, 4 losses. We have VfB Stuttgart. And now the shocker, the crazy bit, who is second place in the Bundesliga right now. 5 wins, 1 loss in the last 6. Positive 34 goal differential, 38 points. They have played 1 fewer match than first place. 12 wins, 2 draws, and a loss, while the top team does not have any losses. Wow. Could you believe? That it is FC Bayern München. Could you believe that? They are not in first place in the Bundesliga. How crazy would it be if Harry Kane transfers to Bayern and it's the first time in a decade that they do not win the Bundesliga? That would be crazy. In first place, 4 points. 4 points ahead of Bayern Munich. We have Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen. Now, these two teams have already played this season, and Leverkusen destroyed Bayern. They absolutely destroyed them. What was it? Let me see if I can find it. Excuse me, no, that was the Frankfurt game. My apologies. That was the Frankfurt game. They lost 5-1. But Bayern plays Leverkusen on February 11th, and that game might be deciding who wins the Bundesliga. Okay, so I'm going to start going a little bit faster. Now we have 3 leagues left, and we're already at 40 minutes of this video. So, I'm just going to start rapid firing these. Here we have the Spanish La Liga at the bottom in the relegation zone. We have Almeria with 5 points, only 5 points, and negative 23 goal differential. Just barely handed them by 3 points and a minus 20 goal differential. We have Granada, and 5 points ahead of them. They negative 10 goal differential, so far more respectable than either of those 2 goal differentials. We have Celta Vigo, and they're right here on the doorstep. I mean, they have some, at least they have a win. The last 6, 17th place team does not have a win. Our 17th place team here is Cadiz. 1 loss, 5 draws in their last 6. 16th place. They have a really bad run lately. 4 losses, a draw. 4 losses, a draw, and a win. 16th. We have Alaves. these teams down here have a really bad run of form. 15th place, 4 losses, a win, and a draw here. Kind of shocking to see this team down at 15th. What do we have? Sevilla. 14th place. 2 wins in the last 6. 3 draws, no loss. We have Mallorca. 13th place with 19 points, minus 9 goal differential. We have Villarreal in 13th place, and just barely above them with the same record, but they allowed 1 fewer goal. In 12th place, we have Osasuna, and just barely above Osasuna, man. Or look at this, you have to go all the way to 9th, and then you have a 0 goal differential. Then you're at 11th. Rayo. Vallecano. I'm not going to be great with these Spanish and Italian names, I'm just warning you ahead of time. This is weird seeing this team down here in 10th. I thought they'd be a little bit better, maybe at least like 7th or 8th, at the very least. We have Valencia. I know they're pretty good at basketball this season, I think, in EuroLeague. Here 9th. We have Las Palmas. In 8th place. Getafe, I think it's Getafe. I'm not sure, but they've had a pretty good run of form recently. 3 wins in the last 6 in 7th place. We have Real Betis. And in 6th place, it's not marked here, but this is a Europa League qualifier spot. We have Real Sociedad. I need another sip of water, excuse me. Now in 5th place in our Europa League spot. Pretty good run of form here. Look at that. 4 wins and 2 draws. In the last 6, they might jump up to top 4 here, which would be kind of shocking given who 4th place is. We have Athletic Club. And if you were just a casual soccer football fan, you didn't really follow it too closely, I guarantee you, if you were just a casual, you will not get 4th place correct. Who do you think 4th place in La Liga is? 3 wins, a loss, 2 draws in the last 6. FC Barcelona. Barcelona down in 4th. I mean, they might get passed up and be down a Europa League spot. I don't think they're really in any danger of falling out of the top 5, but that's still a crazy position for them to be in. Robert Lewandowski should have never left. 3rd place. In 3rd place, we have Atletico Madrid. rest of the competition, even just looking at their run of form. They're 7 points clear of third place. In the second spot, we have Girona. And of course, at number 1, we have Real Madrid, who have won 5 of their last 6, the only other game being a draw. So that is our La Liga. The La Liga table. Now, we have Serie A, the Italian league. Here at the bottom, the last place in the league, they've lost 3 of their last 6 games, only 9 points, minus 22. We have Salernitana just above them. We have Empoli in 18th place. We have Cagliari, a little bit of a better 8 there. So those are our 3 relegation teams. But as you can see, not much separation here between 14 and 18. Excuse me, 15, 18. Down here at 17, just barely out of the relegation spot. We have Udinese, or Udinese. Udinese, I'm not sure. I'm going to be really bad with these. In 16th spot, we have Verona. And in 15th, we have Sassuolo. I'm not sure. Place the 14th. I think this is a team whose kids I really liked when I did the review. Frosinone. 13th spot, we have Genoa. 12th, I want to say that is Lecce. And in 11th place, in Serie A, we have Monza. And finally we come into our top 10 with Torino, not a G, Torino. In the 9th place, this is a team that I believe they were a Champions League team last year. I think they're in Champions League right now. One of the more controversial teams in Europe, Lazio. 8th place. For the longest time, I thought this team was called Atalanta, but it's Atalanta. They have 26 points, just about them at 27 points in 7th place. We have Napoli. I thought Napoli would probably be a little bit better this season, but what do I know? And then 6th place we have Jose Mourinho's Roma squad. In our Europa League spot here in 5th. Some of my favorite kits and colors in all of football. We have Fiorentina. Then 4th place, a team with a great run of form here. 4 wins, a loss, and a draw in their last 6th. In 4th place, we have Bologna. In 3rd place, we have the team that American player Christian Pulisic has joined, and he's looked pretty good there. We have AC Milan. Second place, look at that. 4 wins, 2 draws, 40 points. We have Juventus. And finally, far and away, our leaders in the league. They are 11 points ahead of third. Their goal differential is more than double. Second place, we have Inter Milan at the top of Serie A. I know this has been a long video, guys, forgive me. We're almost done. We have Ligue 1. We have the French league here, and then we are done, I promise. 18th place right here at the bottom of the league. Only 11 points, but only a minus 15 goal differential. Also, they've lost 4 of their last 6. Clermont Foot. 17th place. I always sometimes get confused and think this team's name is like an abbreviation for Leyton Orient, but it's actually Lorient. But look at that, they've lost 5 of their last 6. Not great, especially because they're so close to not being relegated. That's brutal. Just barely out of the relegation zone. In 16th place, we have Toulouse. In 15th place, a team that's kind of been shocking with how bad they've been this season. There's been some like little YouTube videos and stuff talking about it. So they have won their last 3, so maybe they're starting to turn it around a little bit. That is Lyon. In 14th place here, we have Metz, 16 points. And just above them, although that run of form is very concerning for number 13 team here, Nets. In 12th place, a very middle-of-the-road team statistically. We have Montpellier. And just barely above them, we have Le Havre. Finally coming into our top 10. In 10th place we have Rennes, I think it's Rennes, but I'm not sure. And 4 points clear of them in 9th place. We have Strasbourg. Sounds very German. I think that's that kind of German-influenced area of France. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I think there's an area in France that is kind of heavily German influenced there. I don't really know, but I think that's true. Let me know if I'm wrong. In 8th place, we have Reims. A little bit concerning here, though. They might slip. Strasbourg might leap them here. But they definitely, with this run of form, this team above them is looking a lot better, a lot healthier. And that's Lens. And then a point clear of them is Marseille. In 5th place, 1 point ahead of them. I can never pronounce their name, so I'm just gonna write Losc. I think it's Lille, but I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce Apologies. Finally, we come to our Europa League spot here at 4th, and who does not like a good Brest right there? 3 points ahead of 5th place. An amazing run of form lately. Literally the same results in their last 6 as the top of the league. Very healthy spot right now. And I think they are going to be threatening this team here in 3rd place to take their spot. That team being Monaco. I could see Brest jumping Monaco just based on this recent run of form. Here in 2nd place we have Nice, and of course, winning 5 of their last 6, 5 points clear of 2nd place, and almost triple the amount of goal differential as 2nd place. We have Paris Saint-Germain, or PSG. So, those are the current tables for the major European football leagues. I'm sorry this video is very, very long. Maybe some of you like that, but I know some people get antsy if the video gets too long. I do hope you liked it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this almost every single day. Till next time, guys.